Okay, what are you doing? You are working way too hard to make content. Or maybe you're overwhelmed with how much content you think you need to create. But what if I told you that one piece of great content could easily become five? And that you're probably already sitting on a gold mine of content that you already created, but you're not fully using or capitalizing on. On this episode, I'm breaking down my system for repurposing content. Because by the end of this episode, you're going to totally understand how to take one post and multiply it across five platforms without feeling repetitive or salesy or burned out. I'm Corey Dillon, an award-winning radio host, occasional national TV host, and a career social media expert. I've been using social media on the job and learning best practices for over 20 years, and I want to share this information with you. This series is all about helping you simplify digital content so that you can grow online and stay relevant without getting overwhelmed. Okay, here's a myth buster. You might think that you need to post something brand new, something revolutionary every single day, but it's just not true. Lots of influencers and content creators are creating a bunch of content in a single day, but they're standing out because they're playing the game. I'm willing to bet that they're just really good at repurposing content. And it's not always their best performing content either. They're not necessarily hitting it out of the park on the first swing, you know? Sometimes a post just doesn't do well because of timing. Maybe you posted it when something else was trending, or you got caught in a breaking news cycle. Sometimes it just wasn't the right kind of content for the audience on the platform you posted it on. You may never know, actually. So I want you to focus on just creating great content for your personal brand or your business and start repurposing it. There are several different benefits to repurposing, as you would imagine. You'll save time and energy, which is a great thing. You're also reaching audiences where they already are because different platforms mean different preferences and different audiences. And repurposing reinforces your message through repetition, which is the marketing rule of 7. And if you've never taken a marketing or advertising class in your life, the marketing rule of 7 states that a potential customer must interact with a brand at least 7 times before they'll make that first purchase. Good to know. Here's one example of how you could multiply your one piece of content. Take that one podcast episode. Clip some of your best moments for TikTok. Then you can turn it into a carousel post for Instagram. Then you can rip a quote for LinkedIn. If you're not repurposing, there's a very good chance, in fact, I can almost guarantee that your audience isn't going to see your content. I've had to learn all my lessons the hard way, including this one with my own social media and YouTube channel. If you start creating content with repurposing in mind, this will become second nature. We're trying to make your workload easier to lift. And when you're repurposing, that's exactly what's going to happen. You will look like a content creating machine. So as promised, I want to give you 5 real world examples of how this can work, okay, using my own YouTube video. And we're going to start with the very first video in this series, the $68,000 side hustle. Reels, shorts, TikTok. From our finished video, I can pull out one or several 30 to 60 second juicy key moments to make reels, a TikTok, many TikToks, and shorts for YouTube. And if you watched episode 3 of this series, you know that you're going to want to use captions in your video with bold, contrasting text because most people are watching videos without sound. I know. Or you can add trending audio if that works too. Number 2, turn your one piece of content into a blog post for your website or LinkedIn. Transcribe the main points. Reformat the content into an article with headers and use SEO keywords that will make it searchable forever. You've already done the hard work. Number 3, make quote graphics, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn. A third way to repurpose is to turn your best lines or quotes in the video into graphics or a meme for Instagram, Facebook, or LinkedIn, or all 3. All you have to do is pick the 2 to 3 most powerful lines, use Canva for free to design a carousel or a single post, and then pair it with a call to action to engage with your content. Tell them to tag a friend, share with a friend who needs to hear it. You get the idea. Some people even like to read their content, if you can believe it. So you could condense your video into a short email or newsletter. In other words, paraphrase, cliff notes. You get the idea. And you could use that short email as a tease, like you want more? Watch the full video. It keeps your audience engaged. The 5th way you could easily repurpose your one piece of outstanding video content, and the easiest way, this is a no-brainer, strip the audio from the video. and then you can create an audio-only podcast, or you can just share it as a soundbite. But why would anyone do that after all the effort you put into the video? I mean, makeup and hair people. Remember, different platforms mean different audiences. There are lots of people that prefer to listen to podcasts during their commute to work or school. So there you go. But how do you repurpose and make your content look fresh and not repetitive? You're going to want to adjust the tone and the length for each platform because the audience is different on every platform. And of course, they have different expectations. On Instagram, make it inspirational and visual. Instagram loves a good aesthetic. Think fast and entertaining for TikTok. Their MO is to keep it moving and keep you hooked for hours scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. On LinkedIn, just please make sure that you keep it professional and educational. If you're repurposing to send your content in an email, it should be conversational, concise, and direct. Get to the point quickly, please. Nobody has time for lengthy emails, not even from grandma anymore. And what's the point of sending an email that nobody's going to read? The subject line matters too, so write a great hook to pique their curiosity. The bottom line is, when you're repurposing your content, the message stays the same. It's just the packaging that changes, because there's an expectation that comes from the audience that's attached to each platform, and they all have their special way of doing things. So there you go, 5 easy ways you could be repurposing one piece of great content and save yourself time, energy, and frustration. Just turn it into Reels, Shorts, or a TikTok. Transcribe it for a blog post or your website. Make a quote graphic or a meme for Instagram, Facebook, or even LinkedIn. Make it an email newsletter with a link to more of the content that you've been teasing. And finally, make your video an audio-only podcast or audiogram. So here's your super easy homework assignment. I promise you, it's not going to stress you out. With the next piece of content that you create, whether it's a video, a blog post, or even a live stream, remember there are so many different ways that you can use it and reuse it. And the more you do this, the easier it will become. So grab my free worksheet, your very own repurposing playbook to create your own repurposing game plan. You'll find the link to the free worksheet in the description below. And if you found this episode helped you figure out that you don't have to work so hard to create more content, hit subscribe, smash that notification bell, and share with a friend who needs a content shortcut. I'm here to make your life easier and help you stay relevant in your field at a time where everyone has to be an influencer. Sharing your experience with the world on social media is the new way to show the world that you are an expert in your field. In episode 6, we're going to talk about picking your content pillars, which is just a new way to say that we're going to make sure that you have the foundation laid that you can build on so that you never run out of ideas to create content again. Thanks for watching.